All right, so we do have one last thing. We do a topic of the week each week, and this week our question was, what's a game that you know your friend would enjoy if they would just play it?
Yes. For you preached Journey. For quite a while.
I did,
and it's awesome. And
yeah.
I played it, and it is great.
Also, Final Fantasy VI,
and I've been playing that live on Twitch every week.
I've been helping you through it because that game is way more obtuse than I realized after playing through it a half dozen times.
Yeah, very much so.
Also, I figured it out the other day. I was talking with Tyson about it, and I have beaten that game 9 times on various platforms.
You beat me on Ocarina
less than a dozen.
Because I've beaten Ocarina of Time 3 times.
Well, but see, that's only been on 3 platforms.
Yeah.
This was one I played it once on an emulator on my phone.
Okay.
I beat it 3 times on the Super Nintendo, twice on PlayStation, and twice on Vita. So.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Well, it's amazing.
I think there are a lot of games in the past, say 5 or 6 or years or so, where we're at a point now where it's hard to play every game that's coming out. Yeah. Where 20 years ago, everyone
you could play
every game that
everything.
came out on Nintendo 64. You could go rent it.
Well, like IGN is celebrating its 20th anniversary, and they were talking about how when they launched the site, they previewed and reviewed they had a review for everything that came out on every console and all that kind of stuff.
You were able to do it back then.
Yeah, and he said we could, and Per Schneider, who's one of the founders of IGN, said that is something that we could, like, they figured it out, and they said they could increase their staff exponentially with 10 times as many employees and still not be able to cover everything.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Especially because of mobile.
Mobile and Steam and
yeah. So that's a thing there. And then like we have a little bit of feedback. We have Chris White. He said, I was going to say Ratchet and Clank, but Kevin started to play it the other week. Mass Effect is a game that I think most people would enjoy if they gave a shot. And I also think that Until Dawn is a good one to play with people who usually don't play games.
I agree on both of those, Chris. Mass Effect was actually going to be one of the things I was going to talk about here because of the storyline. Yeah. The gameplay in 2 is great. 3, if you're already invested, you can play it. But 1 and 2, where it's at.
My intention, and I want them to release these as a package where I can buy it. I know that there's like a story mode type of thing where it's like, you'll get through the combat, make decisions. But like in all 3 games, there's a difficulty that's basically set up as story mode.
Yeah, and the combat's crazy easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna play.
Yeah, because you can blow through the combat because the majority of this game is story.
It's about the story and the decisions and the lasting consequences of those.
Which Until Dawn is as well. Until Dawn is more of a choose your own adventure. It does have gameplay elements to it, but it's a lot about choosing what you say, choosing your actions, and then seeing how the world goes from there. Yeah. In a similar vein, I would say that Shadows of Mordor is another one that I wish more people had played.
Well, this is the topic as I originally envisioned it, and we can come back to Shadow of Mordor, is ones that you target at specific people. Because there's games games that everybody should play this. Like everybody should play Journey. Yeah. My mom played Journey and enjoyed it.
Okay.
And that's just kind of a universal. I'm talking about specifics when I'm like, you would like this. Sure. And that's why I brought up Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
But anyway, Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow of Mordor, I think there are some... I think that... I'll agree with you because they're... The people who are already Lord of the Rings fans that have the console probably playing it.
That's so good.
I think
that game is surprisingly excellent.
Yeah, it is. I think one that I actually... just was talking to Whitney about the Assassin's Creed China game that came out for Xbox is a free Games with Gold game, and Whitney did not want to play it because it was 2D. Yeah. And when it came out originally, I buy all the Assassin's Creed games. She loves them, I love them. And when that came out, she was like, that just does not appeal to me. And it fell off my radar. Didn't play it. Came out with Games with Gold. I played it and said, okay, you need to play this. It's not your normal thing. and hoping she'll be playing it later today or so. But that's one of those things you have to kind of beg someone to play. Did the same. I'm doing the same thing with Mass Effect for her and saying you really need to play this game because the story aspect of it is fantastic, and I think that she would really latch onto it if she got through that.
And so we also had some more feedback from Christian, who this one was specifically directed to me in all caps, which makes my mind read it like he's yelling at me, which I think he is now. But he said The Witness, which I don't usually play puzzle games. He said this one I have to. So I made him a deal, and I don't remember if I told you about this. Okay, so Christian is actually buying The Witness for me, and I've committed to put 5 hours into it.
Okay.
Yeah. And like,
so if you like it, by that point you'll know,
right? And I doubt that I'll get all the way through it and beat all the puzzles and things, because but to be willing to sink that amount of time, people that know you 9 times out of 10 will be able to recommend games that work for you that you will enjoy.
Yeah. I do encourage you to do my strategy when it comes to puzzle games, though, is that enjoy the environment, enjoy what it's trying to show you. When you hit a wall, go look it up. Go look up in a walkthrough there.
Apparently, I'm not supposed to do that on The Witness because
will it spoil stuff?
Well, no, it's not. It's not a spoiler, but like it's the way that it's been described to me is that the game is teaching you puzzle solving language. Okay. So if I look up a spoiler, but I don't know why it worked, then the next time I get to a puzzle that uses that same mechanic, I'm not going to understand it. And so if I use a walkthrough for a specific component, in
that case, don't do it.
So this might be 5 hours of me bashing my head up against a wall, but I also know that if I get stuck on a puzzle, I can wander off somewhere else. So this might work for me.
I think that there are a lot of games, like I said, I think this really boils down to time, where some people miss games that they would really enjoy. And
while you talk about that, I'm gonna see if we got any more feedback.
That's fine. I think that it really boils down to the amount of games that are out nowadays, the amount of time that we have. Even if you are, even if you're in high school or whatever, if you don't have a job and you have all the time in the world to play, you still can't get through all these games. I think that there are certain games that people continue to gravitate back to because of specific franchises, like World of Warcraft, and there are other MMOs. I tried to get a coworker to play Guild Wars 2 when it came out, because Guild Wars 2 is very, very good. And he said no. And this was 2-3 years ago, and the other day he was talking about some specific aspects of Guild Wars and talking about these world events that are going on, and I was like, that's exactly what in World of Warcraft, because the new World of Warcraft expansion's out, and I said, that's Guild Wars, that's a Guild Wars thing that they've adopted, which is not a bad thing. It's just he would have liked it and he didn't play it, and now he's playing World of Warcraft and enjoying what I thought he would like.
The aspect, So there you go. Those are some of the games that we've recommended to other people. And I'm curious if you've had success with this, if you've been able to convince someone to play it, how'd you do it?
Yeah.
Because we all have that friend and that game like that kind of paired up in your mind, and you're like, this one they need to play.
Yes.
So if you figured out a way to make that happen, besides buying it for them and forcing them into a deal like Christian did. But yeah, so and I'll also be trying to stream The Witness so that he can watch that. So that's what we've got for that topic of the week.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments about that. Tweet to us if you have anything else. But you can also talk to us on Facebook and obviously on YouTube. We'll try to respond to every single one of those because we love you guys. Take care.
Thanks.
Thank you for watching This Week in Our Collective Heads. Subscribe to watch more content that was like that or different.
And communicate to us. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. We are on Twitch. We are all over the place. You can pretty much find us as This Week in Our Collective Heads or TWIOCH, except we're TWIOCH Gaming on Twitch. So find us there, communicate with us, we'll hit you back.
Love you guys.
Thank you.